What's up, everybody? It's your guy, Jaron Ikner, back again for another video for Starstruck TV. This time we're talking about Nick Cannon versus Eminem, or what I like to call the quest for more clout. So, a couple weeks ago, Eminem just dropped a song on Fat Joe and Dre's new compilation album called Family Ties. On this track, Eminem dropped a scathing diss to Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon. Apparently, this was in response to an interview that Nick Cannon did a couple months ago where he just talked shit about Eminem. As a result, Nick Cannon came out and said, "Hey, I don't really have time to deal with this, blah, blah, blah. I'm Nick Cannon." But then he released a diss track featuring some of his Wildin' Out friends and Suge Knight, who is currently in jail on a phone call. Now, to me, this is all just clout chasing on both sides. And I think Joe Budden actually broke this down best, is that the only time Eminem ever really disses anybody is when he has an album coming out. With that said, don't be surprised if we hear new Eminem music within the next month or so after all this. Because it's a pattern that is tried and true for Eminem to basically address anybody who's talked crap about him before the previous album or after the previous album up to this point. He does it every time. And so, Joe Budden nailed it last time during Kamikaze when he said, diss me outside your rollout. And granted, there's no Eminem album slated yet. But there will be. I can guarantee it. I almost put money on this. I will eat my hat if we don't get an Eminem album in the next 6 months. Year tops, but 6 months we're gonna get something from Eminem, an album, compilation, something, guaranteed. And this beef has a lot to do with it. On Nick Cannon's side, it's funny because at first he was like, "Oh, I don't got time for that. You can see me and Wildin' Out." But then he decided to go ahead and jump in and drop a diss track. And it's funny to me because I think he had an afterthought where he was like, "Man, I'm definitely getting a lot of attention from this. I definitely should take advantage of all this free clout that's on the table and diss Eminem." Now, with that in mind, the diss song is terrible. I'm sorry, Nick Cannon. I like you. I fuck with you heavy. But the diss song is not very good. I think it was rushed. And I think someone pointed this out on Twitter saying that the Wildin' Out boys, if you watch a lot of the Wildin' Out shows, they constantly rag on Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey in that relationship. And them jumping on this track, dissing Eminem for doing the same thing, is a little hypocritical, to say the least. And also, it just comes off as pandering. That's why I started saying, that's why I'm going to title this video, Nick Cannon versus Eminem, the quest for more clout. Because they're both just chasing clout right now. They're both trying to get some attention. They both got stuff to sell and stuff to do. Nick Cannon with Wildin' Out, Eminem with whatever project he's working on. And the reality is that it's entertaining, but I really wish Eminem would just diss people that were better rappers. I really want to see Eminem go up against somebody that could actually handle him as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? And MGK was cool. Nick Cannon, no. I'm sorry. But this is a whole different discussion. But Eminem has never really dissed anybody that could take him on bar by bar, except Joe Budden. I think Joe Budden may have been one of the few rappers that could actually shut down Eminem lyrically, but he didn't do it. Joe Budden went ahead and did a 3-hour-long podcast. We're in different times. Also, I thought it interesting that Eminem's actually on Twitter right now, tweeting against Nick Cannon. Interesting stuff. I don't think he's ever done that before when it comes to rap battles. Maybe I'm wrong. Tell me in the comments. But just to summarize this whole video, Nick Cannon versus Eminem. Diss tracks flying. Don't be surprised if Eminem responds. And don't be surprised if we don't get new Eminem music in the next month or so. New Eminem song or album announced. Don't be surprised if he surprise drops before the end of the year. Because usually this is Eminem season, quote unquote. He's a fourth quarter type of dude. So it makes sense that all this is happening when it's happening. Eminem has Interscope behind him. They're very calculated people. Fat Joe knew what was up. It's all chess moves and it's all clout chasing. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, all that crap. And your boy's got an album coming out here soon. On Friday, actually. So, look at the link down there. Click on it. Check out the website. All that stuff. We love you. Thanks for watching.